Hey guys, this is Herschel Frill from High School Top 200. I'm going to be doing a game review on St. Kentigern's, number 6 St. Kentigern's against number 24 St. Peter's College from Auckland. St. Peter's College is coming off that win, knocking off St. King's, and these two games, these two hard games in a row is something that everyone kind of has to deal with, and I think St. Peter's have taken the right way about beating a good team first rather than losing and winning, the second time. And so they've got some momentum behind them. I think they're going to be playing the same team that they did last week because it worked and everything was running nicely. St. Kentigern's I'm not too sure of because they did have Sam Toloki out as well as Fa'a. Rafaele was out as well, and I'm thinking they might be back. I'm not too sure, but they've been out for a couple of weeks, and I heard that it was only 2 or 3 weeks, and so I think that's kind of up. So if those two are back, and then they're with JP Papani or Papani or however you pronounce it, that front row is going to be really, really strong, and and I think it's even stronger than what the Kings one is with Takagi in them. And so I think the St. Peter's front row might struggle. Herman Tawata is strong. He is strong, and he does really well at hooker. He sets good scrums, and his height gives away a little bit. Zion Holo, who had a really good game last week, and I was really proud of what he did. And he's a new year 11 guy to look out for, so look out for Zion. He's a big kid, doesn't look like year 11, but he's huge. He's going to have to step up and also reproduce what he did last week, because that's how good he was last week. If he can reproduce it and do the same and maybe check a bit more grunts on the end of that, he's going to be fine. But this is going to be 2 big tests for him in a row, and it's good that he can get it away early on in the season, and so that he can sort of see where he is and test himself and see where he is, and then sort of evaluate himself. And you got to remember, Takagi went through the same thing as the Kings when Kings played St. Kentigern's, and as a year 11, Takagi got ripped up as well. And then he came back the next year, and then he tore it up. And so he kind of had his learning experience. Zion, I feel like, is going through that same kind of process, and he's going to be a good prospect once he hits year 13. Kellen, Felici, and Cameron Suafour are going to be the locks, and they did really well last week. And they're not overly tall, but they're big, solid dudes. And so I think that with their grunt and their brunt, they can outmuscle the locks for St. Kentigern's. And Joel is going to be that lock that comes back, and because he's just coming back from basketball, you got to see if he can actually roll with the bumps from game to game to game. Maybe he depletes his body as he goes on, but for now he should be okay. Caleb Milne and Callum McNabb are going to be a sort of a face-off, and at the blind sides, and Caleb's really strong, and Caleb can really do a lot for your team defensively, as well as hitting the ball up and sort of punching in those holes. I don't think that St. Kentigern's has an open side that can match up with Alex DeBeck, and so they're going to have to find different ways of going about it, and they're going to have to find different ways to lock him maybe into rucks and get him off his feet all the time, so that he has to be, he has to keep getting up and sort of taking away those little bits of time that can sort of prevent him from making it to rucks. Because once he gets to rucks and he gets that clean shot at the ball, you're pretty much losing your ball at that time. So you really got to make sure you manage and see where he is on those points. Reloy, Susu and Carlos Price. That's going to be a pretty good battle. I'll give it to Carlos Price, but Susu is going to push him to it. Like, he's really going to push him to it. Harry Plummer is going to be up against Dakota. if Dakota's back. He may still be injured, but Dakota's the one that's going to have to be chasing Harry. Harry is just sharp right now. You know, he's up there. He's up there with the best in New Zealand at first five, and his physical game is and just challenging that line is you know, he's probably the best at it as a first five, the physical side of it, where he can actually hit the line, not just as a sort of decoy, but he hits it to actually break the line, and he does. And that's what I like about Harry, along with his passing game. He has Theodore and AJ outside of him. Theodore, Stephanie, and AJ Lamb, and they are good, solid midfielders. And Theodore's footwork is crazy, man. Like I really like the way that he is, and the way that he evades defenders. Tanielu was going to Taleo is going to be at second, or hopefully second five or centre. I mean, I know that they're switching around from wing to second five and centre, and then they kind of haven't got him in a set spot yet. I feel like his best spot is second five, but I mean the needs of the team come differently. You still have Ruben Parkinson there, who can shift in and out of different positions as well. Reves Ray Hunter is probably going to be the first five if Dakota is not there. But if he is, he works well as a winger because he's kind of like a winger fullback, and then with Etienne at the back, you can never go wrong with Etienne. He's just a freak. He's just one of those guys that you just want to hurry up and see him in NRL or Super 15 because you know that he's going to give you something special. This game is going to be hard. This game is going to be strong. I think St. Kitts maybe will just edge out St. Peter's, and it's going to be good. That's me. Peace.